guys. We are back. Nobody move. Don't move a muscle. We got it working. We apologize, and it is. I got to update this score. 3-0.
Indeed, 3-0 Billy. And hopefully you guys didn't miss too much.
I think just the break in a couple of pots. Not too bad.
Not too bad. We're pretty quick on the trigger, so hopefully that won't happen again.
Indeed. Nobody move a muscle.
Yeah.
Once you log in, you're in.
So Billy shooting this 2-ball, I believe she's eyeing up. Has to move the 5, the 3.
7 is in a good spot.
Bunch of balls here. Yeah, the 7 leaves her a little bit of insurance. This is a really tricky spot because when you shoot the 2 in the corner and you go into the 5, on what angle do you break out the 3 and the 8 as well?
Yeah. We'll see how creative she can be here. And there is nothing that I'm going to put past Billy. After seeing what she just did the last couple of racks. Not terrible.
I think Georgios lost the A-side final because he didn't come over here and hype it up like he won. But it was Hill-Hill.
It was Hill-Hill.
He goes to the B-side to play the semifinal, so he's still alive.
That is the good thing about playing the hot seat match. You still have your life intact.
And he's already guaranteed one of those nice glass plaques.
Indeed.
Which I'm sure he's as pumped about as anyone.
You bet.
I know he loves the hardware.
Yeah. What do you do here?
I would
There's no real good safety as far as I can see.
I'm trying to look for a way to run out is what I always look for.
This is
play
this
the
is
5
where I'm
off
looking.
the rail, off the 15, and break out the 3.
I was looking at going off the 7, pushing the 10 out of the way, right spin on the cue ball, have the cue ball come back here, and have the bank on the 5 ball.
Oh, have the cue ball go to the right rail near the middle diamond and then bank the 5, but then what do you do with the 3?
Hopefully hit and stick. Have to cut the 3 down to the bottom right.
That could have worked. She sees a plan because she rolled that 7 in like she had a plan on the next ball. She sees something here. It may be the 5 bank. Still, you might be able to crash into that 3.
Yeah, you might be able to clip the edge of that.
I think you miss the 3 if you play the bank. And if you hit the 11, you might make the 8. And there's, like we said, really no good safety here that I could see.
No, not even with her 5 ball on the table. Or 3. What ball did she just make? 7 ball.
The 7, yeah. But if
I was trying to find one even there, but there wasn't one.
She kind of just conceded that she had no way out there.
Yeah.
See if Jessica can put one on the board.
Well, and the thing with Jessica is I've seen in, I think, at least 2 matches where she has been down and out. And she Ben Francis the hell out of it and came back to win.
She's such a good player. She was doing that before I ever was.
Yeah.
She just knows how to dig in, and she knows to take the opportunities when she gets them.
And she takes advantage when she does.
She's a very talented player. And if you guys are... Ooh, she cheated that ball in quite a bit.
She did use the whole pocket there.
If you guys are ever at one of these events, she always has a booth set up, one-of-a-kind billiard supply. Check them out if you're ever at one of these events.
There are lots of things at her at her booth.
Grant just heard that too.
They
There's a
just made an announcement over the speaker and said free beer, and Ben's jaw dropped and he was looking around as to
I
where
thought it
that
was
free
God.
beer was.
Thought God
it
was
God.
speaking to me.
Yeah.
What's that, God?
Yeah, right.
Free beer? But yeah, guys,
I'm yours.
there's an awesome pool party at this event. There's also a big one at VNEA too, where they do a big kind of celebration for the players.
Yeah.
Which does include free beer. All right,
Oh,
Jessica
look at how
on
well
the board.
she hit that. Myself, I probably would have went forward there. Forward off at 2 and come back up table, but
That was one where you didn't have to worry too much about what you did. You just had to get on the ball.
this is true. I can't believe, dude, you got a big mouth when people say free beer.
Jaw hits
Your
the floor.
jaw hit the floor. Good thing I'm not any closer to you. You'd have swallowed my head.
CSL viewer advantage for a JB case will be drawn tonight, guys. At the conclusion of the last match, which I believe the last match will start at 6:30.
You got to be in it to win it.
And that will depend if it goes to a second set. The final will start at 6:30 of the men's advanced 8-ball.
It was like a scene from The Exorcist, David.
Well, I knew VNEA had free beer. But I didn't know ACS did the same thing. I mean,
his head spun around in 360 degrees trying to figure out where in the heck the free beer was.
Those are two words when used in the same sentence.
It really gets Ben's attention.
That get my attention, absolutely.
Absolutely. Richard, how are you, my good man? O'Neill DaCosta.
Welcome,
Tuning
guys.
in from Jamaica. How are you, sir?
There you go, Ryan. Just name the place and the time, and I'll be there. Us Canadians, we love our beer. Mostly
Most of us.
because it's so delicious in Canada. Just saying.
I drank enough beer in my teens to last me the rest of my lifetime.
Enough to drown a fish, he says.
Enough to kill a horse, never mind drown a fish.
See, and James, that's why, I mean, I'm assuming you're not from Canada. That's why you say beer doesn't even taste good. If you were from Canada, you would say beer is delicious. So Billy right back to work here. This is a very nice little layout.
Indeed. I wish we were going to be at the BCA this year doing the broadcast, but the BCA is owned by CSI or vice versa. BCA owns CSI. Either which way, CSI is the one that does all the streaming for the BCA events. Absolutely, O'Neill. Got to give the ladies some love on the stream, too. And I'll tell you what, if you haven't seen these two ladies play before, you're in for a treat. These ladies know what they're doing. We've already seen Billy do a kick back cut for a game win on the 8-ball.
To go up 3-0, nonetheless, it was a fantastic shot. One of the best shots of the day, really. She's made 3 of them now.
I think you just got called a name.
Let's see. Let me read back here. Not a brainwashed minion. Wow, James. I thought we were friends, man.
Friends
Now
off.
I'm a brainwashed minion. Canadian minion. Proud to be.
Canadian minion, you bet.
Also like hockey.
Hacky? Is Ben coming to play?
And poutine.
Yeah, there is 2 of us on the mic, Richard. Ben is one of them. It is myself, Grant, sitting beside.
I think you meant, am I coming to play BCA?
Oh, I see.
And no, that's a hard no. I'm not a big fan of the BCA Vegas tournament, sir.
Oh, he used minion instead of even harsher words.
Oh, this guy is serious about his beer, this James. He doesn't
Not
like the taste of it, but he didn't like the taste of me saying that I like Canadian beer. Maybe he's just a very proud American,
that could be.
and I don't blame him. It is a great country.
Welcome
the beer
back,
is cheap.
Terry. Where the beer is cheap and really non-alcoholic.
Yeah. Chad likes hockey. Well, thank you for being nice, James.
Yeah.
She couldn't come with a fourth TV shot there.
How do you go through all of that and not hit anything, though? Avoids all the traffic.
Was she trying to kick the 13 in?
Okay, that explains a lot right
because
there.
if she was, I wouldn't be surprised. She's already kicked so many balls in, she probably thought, I'll just kick this ball in, then I'll run out.
That explains a lot. Now I get it.
Oh, well.
Now I get it.
That explains it, James. And I am very sorry about that.
Yes.
I mean.
Do you know the best thing to come out of Edmonton, James? It is the road to Calgary. It's the best thing to come out of Edmonton.
It's called Calgary Trail. We have the fourth place match in the men's open 8-ball singles starting
momentarily.
On the other table momentarily. Between a British Columbia fellow by the name of Marv Joe.
A fine fellow, I might add.
Great guy. And he will be playing Blake Waldo. We are live, Terry. The one Steve Smith handed to us. Was that Calgary Trail? Is that what you're referring to, James? I don't know. Oh, Jay's watching. Careful. There's a blue blood Edmonton Oiler fan right there, Jay Shunak.
I guess I should change the title because this is not women's.
This match coming up that we have against Marv and Blake will be men's open 8-ball singles 4th place match. The loser of this is going to get $900.
What?
Juicy.
Sign me up.
Payout. Maybe Marv will buy a Q with that $900.
Yeah, right?
It's happened before.
It has?
And the fellow he's playing, Blake Waldo, a young kid that I believe I met him at BCA maybe a couple years ago. But really great player. This should be a good match.
Jessica's looking good here. Just got to shape that 8 nice.
Now that 8-ball does look to be a little bit tricky. David, I actually didn't get a chance to go ask Jessica how her last name is pronounced because we had some technical difficulties.
We had some issues that needed to be pounded out of this here computer. But thank heavens it smartened up because Ben was about ready to Hulk smash it.
I will ask her at some point. For now, we'll call her one-of-a-kind Jessica.
One-of-a-kind Jessica. I'm going to go on a limb and say Frederis, but we'll see.
That's what I've been calling it, but David seems to think that it's pronounced differently because he went to school with 2 of them that were pronounced Frieders.
That could very well be.
Right.
You cheer for the Flyers.
That's funny, Ryan. 3-2, Jessica with another game coming back.
All right, guys, we'll give a shout out to one of our other sponsors here on Q Sports Live. It is the Mike Burton Home Team. They are your RE/MAX Realty professionals based out of Calgary, Alberta. If you are in the market for either buying or selling or in need of a mortgage, definitely the gentleman to get a hold of. They are the best in the business. They kind of take the whole buying and selling process and make it fairly easy to tolerate. Very accomplished pool players as well in their own right. Good old Ronnie Hextall. It's pronounced Frieders, says Justin. She's a good friend of mine. Good to know. Sounds good. We now know what the answer to that question is. And again, guys, if you are just tuning in, help us out. Smash that share button. We are live for the ACS National Championships here in Las Vegas, Nevada, out of the Tropicana Hotel and Casino.
And sorry, guys. Sorry, Grant, as well.
That's all right.
George is a little excited. Of course, I like to cheer on these guys as much as anyone. So.
Of course.
And that's one of the nicest couples in pool, and it's nice to see George doing well in this tournament. They've been trying to have a baby for a while, and they just managed to get pregnant, and this is probably their Las Vegas trip for a little while.
Absolutely.
So really nice to see.
We should hire you at CSL. You'll move to Calgary. Then you'd have to become a Calgary Flame fan.
There you go. Perfect, Chad. Corrected us on that. Frieders.
Frieders.
David was right. And I think, did you say we already have a Ryan? And that we don't need another Ryan? Is that what you told Ryan Pittman there, Grant?
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Ryan Pittman, we already have a Ryan. We can't hire another Ryan. You might have to change your name.
We have one of those.
We have a Ryan. Look at this shot by Jessica. Beautiful shape. Use the 8 for a stopper. Hit it perfect. She's looking at tying this up. This will be the second time she made a pretty quick comeback from down a few games.
I think her lowest, she was down a 4-1.
4-1.
Race to 7.
3-0 and 4-1 in her last match before winning the A side. And yeah, we need somebody with a different name. So when we go around to places and people say, "Who's the other guy that works with you?"
Yes.
Ryan?
Ryan or
no,
Ryan?
Ryan and Ryan and Ryan. We have a good mix right now with Ryan, Grant, and Ben.
Yes, we don't often get confused.
Or Ben, Grant, and Ryan if you're OCD and need them in alphabetical order. We will go to split screen. Jeff Potts, they are just about to flip the coin and get it underway. So we will switch you guys over right now. Blake Waldo, Marv Jill, 4th place match. Jessica is just going over to make sure she gets the proper shape on the 8 ball to make it as easy as possible, which is always a nice thing to do in these situations. Take your time. Be sure she's even getting out the rest or the bridge as they call it down here, to make sure she didn't have to reach too much. She played the full draw to shoot the 8 in the same pocket. Which seemed like the riskier play, but she hit it really, really well.
Sorry for my radio silence. A few little worky things to do.
I talk enough to make up for both of us. It's okay. I never stop talking, as I've been told by my parents.
I think I have that same disease. That is what they call the gift of the gab.
You see what Jessica did there?
I did not.
She
I
got
missed it.
down to hit that ball. And she was just about to pull the trigger. She didn't feel comfortable. She stood back up, totally reset.
Nice.
Now she's going back over, looking at the line. This is the sign of a very experienced player.
Well, welcome back, Bob.
Overcut it a little, but wobbled it in there, and she squared it up at 3.
Tie ball game.
Grant was a little quiet there. He was sending off some tickets for the CSL viewer advantage. Will be drawn tonight. Somebody will win a JB case.
It is the rugged JB case as well.
It's the JB Rugged.
3x6, and as always, a lifetime warranty with the quality of the JB case.
Looks like we got Blake has won the toss. He's got them racked up. He's taking the first break. We have another Canadian player finished in the money. Mr. Terrence James from BC finished 5th, 6th. Earned himself some dollars.
Dollars are good.
I know the loser of this match gets $900, so I would imagine Terrence got in the $600 range.
Not a bad finish.
Equivalent to my 2nd place finish in the 9-ball.
Absolutely. So Jessica just got put on the Midwest Hall of Fame. Wow. Very deserving recipient.
Well, whoever buys the most tickets will probably win.
That's pretty close.
Or have the best chance of winning,
yes.
of course. That's why Royce wins so much. He buys so many tickets.
It's crazy. Scotty, I think that's happening at 6:30.
Yeah, they'll play, and I would imagine right at 6:30. Oh, wow. Look at this scratch. Unbelievable. Big chance for Marv. Put the first game on the board.
Indeed.
And I do believe this is a race to 5.
It is. That was on his score sheet.
The Open, correct.
It's one of the things I had to look at whilst it was over here.
And so if Steve and David are scheduled to start in half an hour, that will depend on how long the ladies match or this match that just started takes. But I would imagine this match on the left won't be done in half an hour. The match on the right, there's a chance could be done in half an hour.
Maybe.
If these matches aren't done, I don't think they'll wait around to play those guys. I think they'll put them on a different table and get them going.
I don't know. That's a final match.
But the pool party.
The pool party.
They don't want the players.
For the pool players.
They don't want the players to miss the pool party.
With the free beer.
With
that Ben just did his exorcist impression of.
Free beer. Guarantee the second place finisher in all of these tournaments is going to enjoy the free beer.
Yes.
And I am one of those right now. So.
Yes, yes.
I also got a 3rd, 4th in the second chance.
Seeing us players that just go out onto the commentator side, we don't even look forward to the free beer.
No. Just look forward to the sleep.
That I'm looking forward to.
I am looking forward to
You gotta know
dinner tonight.
Yes, that too, and you gotta know that is the difference in age between Ben and I.
15 years, not that anyone's counting, but
hey, no need to age me now.
Well, they don't know how old I am. They think I'm 17 because I shaved.
It's pretty sad when you look forward to sleep more than you do free beer.
I think the ladies bracket said they were supposed to start at 6, but they started at about 5. So they are pushing forward. And I don't see Steve or David around, so I would assume they're going to try to wait for one of these tables.
I'm hoping they do.
I know Steve had some fans watching last night.
We have seen them shoot, and we know that they have the ability to run a few racks. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought she was going to overdraw that.
This bracket is showing that Steve already won.
What?
So there's a chance, guys, that
they did not wait for the TV tables.
One of two things happened here. One, they didn't wait for the match, which was scheduled for 6 o'clock. 2, they never played the match.
Yep. They did a saver, maybe.
Saver would be the word. Very good use of words there.
Yes.
Saver is the word. Because second place was $13.85 and first was $2,000. So a saver is not out of the question there.
Yeah.
And maybe they both wanted to get to the pool party, and I can't blame them.
It's beautiful outside.
Last I checked, it was 93 degrees. It's currently now 91 degrees Fahrenheit, guys.
No, we lost 2 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's a scorcher out there.
Whatever are we going to do?
Which is like 30 degrees Celsius. It's just blazing hot out there.
It is
awesome.
Beautiful. I love it.
And I think Marv won the first game over there. I do
My
believe.
bad.
That is correct.
Welcome back, Mr. Robertson, tuning in from Down Under.
Down Under.
Adelaide, Australia.
Billy may be feeling the nerves a little, but she doesn't appear to have been feeling them in any of the other matches. She's played awesome, and she was up 3-0 in this match, so I wouldn't blame her for being a little nervous now that it's possibly about to be 4-3 Jessica.
Absolutely.
But no matter what happens here, she's going to go home happy.
Oh, how can you not be?
Second place in this division is no joke.
Well, Barbara had her.
And a good payout, and Barbara let her off the hook big time.
Absolutely.
Not that Billy didn't play a whole bunch of amazing shots to get it to there.
Indeed.
And put the pressure on Barbara to possibly maybe cough it up a little and give it back.
Yep.
Billy's going to go home happy at the end of this tournament.
So now my question is this our final stream of the evening?
I would believe Marv and Blake, although there would still be a
B-side. Was that in the advanced?
There would still be the Steve Lenz, and that was the advanced final.
Okay.
So the advance is done. The ladies will be done over here. Jessica's now up 4-3. So now it'll be down to the open, which is the match we're watching on the left. So the winner of this match on the left will play the B-side final, and I'm just going to look up quick who they play against. And while Marv thinks about this shot, we'll throw up this poster for the CSL viewer advantage for the Jacoby custom Q case.
The JB?
Jacoby. I said Jacoby. See, that's what happens when I look at my phone at the same time.
This is what happens when Ben multitasks.
I pulled a Grant there and tripped over my words big time.
It was a simple Freudian slip.
That was a Freudian slip to the extent of a Freudian slip.
Absolutely. That proved that Freudian slips actually exist.
Very good. Very good.
Hey, thanks, Pete. We certainly appreciate it.
I don't do that often.
You don't?
That was one of my better ones.
That was a good one. That was a gooder.
A Jacoby case.
A Jacoby B case.
Very good. Very good.
But hey, A for effort.
So they have the B-side final in this men's open 8-ball scheduled for 6:30 tonight, which is in 20 minutes. Won't happen.
Nope.
Unless Marv wins 5-0 in the next 20 minutes. The final of that division is scheduled for 8 o'clock.
Gotcha.
On this table.
Gotcha.
Say goodbye to the pool party, Grant.
Bye-bye pool party. Say goodbye to your free beer, Ben.
Say goodbye to the free beer.
With that being said, I'm going to run out and just check the weather real quick. I will be right back.
So third place in this division is 1,200. Second is 1,660, and first is 2,300 in the open. Pretty juicy little payday. Yeah, I suppose Steve's the champ. I guess I don't know what happened. I have a feeling maybe they didn't play it. And I do see David sitting over there with his trophy, so it is over. They may have played it on a different table and Steve won quick. I know Steve's a really fast player. It is possible that he won in only a short amount of time. And Pete, you could watch it 24/7. There's enough archived videos to watch for years. There's a lot of hours of pool on there. Tom likes the sound of Marv winning 5-0. Billy is looking at making a difference in this match, trying to get back on track after being up 3-0. She needs to come with a really good shot here. She's got too much angle on this 11. She'll need to shoot the 11 in the side and possibly run into the 12. I don't really see a better option here. Look at the shot Marv comes with. That's a great shot considering where he was. And this may look like a tougher shot than it is. This is very makeable, and Billy's played a great shot. She got short side on this 12. She can shoot it in the bottom left. But what do you do with the 9 ball? That cue ball is going towards the 7-1. And pretty much into nowhere land. I don't see any good way to find shape on this 9 next. She may actually have to look at a different option. If there's no way to get shape on the ball, and you guys may hear me all the time talking about the correct shot, and don't try shots that actually don't work when you know they won't work, which may be one of these shots like the 12. You pretty much know that you can't get shape on that 9 by playing this 12 in the bottom left, so maybe look for a different option. A different option, maybe play the 12-9 combination. Marv Joe bringing it, runs out again. Let's see what Billy does here. We are streaming VNEA as well, Chad. That is correct. We will be there. Look at this shot by Billy. She has found shape on this 9. What a great shot. She drove through the 1. She hit it with enough pace to drive right through the 1. That's one of the better shots I've seen all day as well. This Billy Smith Goldman, she's got game for days. What a fantastic shot. Clipped half of the 1, half of the 5, got shape on the 9 just when I thought there might not be any good way to go about that. You guys may have heard about these limited edition Jam Up apparel shirts that we have until the final broadcast of VNEA. They're $55 per shirt. You can order those on jamupapparel.com. One of Jam Up and Q Sports Live sponsored players, Mr. John Mora. I'm sure you guys have heard of him. Recently just switched to playing left-handed in the last half a year or so. And let me tell you, one of the most talented players in the world to be able to do that and still play at a world-class level. You're somewhat right, Dave Wilson. Not a great percentage. Maybe a little lucky. But I'm a huge advocate for when you hit the ball well, you deserve good things to happen. And Richie, unfortunately, we do not have those in stock. You do need to order them at jamupapparel.com. But they will ship them right to your door. We got Blake with a pretty good break on the left. And he's eyeing up this 3-ball combination, the 11-14-9. Red, green, yellow into the bottom right. All the other balls go if he can execute this. But this is not an easy shot. Quite a bit of distance, and anytime you're controlling 3 or 4 balls is very tough. And absolutely, Dave, you do create somewhat of your own luck. That's kind of what I'm saying with when you hit the ball good, you deserve good things to happen. I think there is a reward for executing the shots well. Fortune favors the brave, all those cliche lines. So Blake has played this 3-ball combination very nicely. And that 11 ball will still go from the proper angle, I believe, which he might shoot after this 15 or the 14.
So you know what I like to see, Ben? There's quite the crowd gathering around to watch these finals.
We do have a good crowd around here now.
I just noticed when I came back in.
I believe there is another division of ladies finals possibly playing on table 1. It may just be the open division.
I think so.
Of the women's.
Yeah.
So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty, the marquee matches, as some would say. These are the cream of the crop, best players in their division. We have the final on the right.
Definitely earned their way here.
Absolutely. And I would say especially with in this open division, people always think, you know, it's open. It's not the advanced. It's not the masters. It's not as hard.
Yeah,
It's harder
it
because
is.
the race is shorter and the field is 5 times the size.
Yes.
And I don't think people understand how much it takes to get this deep in this open division, which is what they're playing on the left. They're in the top 4.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to go that far. Out of, let's say, even 100 players, it's very hard to get to top 4 in a race to 5.
Absolutely.
You need the balls to roll your way, for sure you do.
You know what? You got to have luck. And like I said before, you got to bring your best shot to get to the last spot.
You need to break well. You need to do everything right, and you can afford very little mistakes in a race to 5.
You bet.
Where in a race to 7, I might be able to afford a couple mistakes. And the field is shorter. I don't have to get through as many players.
Yes.
Oh, he's going into it. Look at this shot. This is good.
He gets there inside on this cue ball.
Lots of inside. And I think you might use the 4 as a stopper here. I don't risk trying to miss the 4. Funny things can happen. You could split the 4-1 window with inside.
I think he's got too much angle.
You have to hit this very thin.
I think he could probably go mid-table.
I wouldn't risk playing this with outside English, though.
Miss Beverly Ashton, how are you?
Jessica, 5-4 with another run out. Those ladies are playing unbelievable pool on the right. This has been a real treat these last couple matches in this women's advanced.
Absolutely.
They've played fantastic pool.
Mike Lee is playing at 8 o'clock Vegas time. We will have that covered for you.
Oh, tell me Mike Lee didn't win the A side. Tell me.
Oh my God, he banked it.
He banked it. I thought he might bank it. It was a lot thinner than it looked. And you lose the cue ball a bit if you cut it.
Wow.
With the bank, you can control the cue ball better. You just got to pot the ball, right?
Very well done.
I've seen this Blake shoot before. He's a great player.
Very well done.
So we could have 2 repeat champions in this event if Mike Lee did indeed win the A side.
Attaboy, Tony.
Yeah, absolutely. Look at this out from Blake. We're treated to some really good pool right now. So I'm going to run to the washroom quick and try to run back so I don't miss any of this great pool.
Absolutely.
I may even watch on my phone while I'm in the washroom. I'll leave you with Grant for a moment here.
How are us slackers holding up down here with the hours? Yeah. We're slacking it up, David. Mike did win. Good for him. On the right-hand table for the ladies, we have Jessica at the table taking on the high ball on the table. A little bit tricky here. She might have to take the 12. Taking the 14 ball is going to put her into that 1 ball. On the left-hand table, it is Marv Joe at the table, ready for the break. Second ball and fires a ball into that top left-hand corner. Gets a little bit unlucky to end up where he did. He gets to have the choice of the 15 or the 12 ball. Indeed, you are correct, David. We just actually went through all of that. She was just elected into the Hall of Fame as well. I don't mind him taking time on the rack. That's where you should be taking the time. That is part of my problem, and I've been trying really, really hard to concentrate a little bit more on the rack. Yeah, it was something we were obviously looking forward to, but the winner has already been decided. And Marv gets a little bit funny on his high ball here. He's going to have to find a shot somewhere. Might have to take this 9-10 combo if the 10 goes past the 15, I think it is. No, the 11 ball into that right-hand side pocket. Unless the 9-11 is also on. There's no real place to hide here, even if you use the 14 ball. So indeed, Marv is doing the 9-11 combination into the right-hand side pocket. You know what, Chris? I'm not sure. I don't have my CompuSport open, but all of that info is available on CompuSport. On that, you can follow along with your favorite player or team. You can follow their progress throughout the tournament, see how they fare out. And with that miss, that will bring Blake to the table with a chance to square the match at 2. On the right-hand table, it is Jess again at the table. She is shooting the high ball. 9 ball to break out the 10-11 cluster. And she's going to have to take the 14 ball off the 2 ball into the side pocket. And Chris, there is my pin master, David Wilson, pinning up the link for CompuSport. Yeah, Chris, you know what, buddy, I'm not sure. All my days are blended in, but definitely go on to CompuSport. You can check it out. And that shot's not a bad shot. 14 off the 2. She can pretty much hit and stick if she has the proper angle. Or float up. She'll have... Oh, she might have got a little bit lucky there. She might have that window into the 11 ball into that top right-hand corner. So she just straight cut that in. She didn't take that in off the 2. Very well done. 12 into the left-hand side pocket. She's just checking to see whether that 13 will pass the 6 into the bottom right. Other option, of course, is to take the 10 ball into the bottom right-hand corner. But still kind of a tricky layout. The 12 and 13 ball, I don't think pass the 5 ball. So the 13 will go into the top right, but the 12 ball, the only home it has is in that left side pocket. I haven't seen him yet, but that is not to say that he is not here. my face has been stuck into a computer screen for the last 3 or 4 days. Well, I guess we're going to see if this 13 ball does indeed go by the 6 into the bottom right-hand corner. If she doesn't like that, the 10 ball will cut past the 2 into the right side pocket. Okay, it looks like we have Ben Francis back on the mic. Welcome back, sir.
Didn't miss too much. I think they're still on the same 2 games.
Yeah, same 2 games.
On here, I thought I couldn't go very far at these events without talking to 12 people on the way.
Yes.
Everyone wants to talk, and I like to talk, so it's one of
that is a good quality to have when you're a commentator.
For this job, it's a good quality. It's one of the funnest things about these events is seeing all the people you only see once or twice a year.
Absolutely.
Catching up and chit-chatting.
Yeah.
I enjoy it as much as anyone. Rolling this in the heart.
Wow. Oh, she had lots of room there.
She did the Be Sure, because this is to get her on the hill.
I love it.
To win the second title in 2 events.
Shooting lights out.
Not easy to do.
A hit and a stick on this 10. Well done.
Confident stroke there.
You bet. 8 ball to put herself on the hill. Marv Joe also looking at making the 8 on the left table. And Jessica comes through. She's now on the hill.
Oh, Marv.
Oh, Marv.
Overcut it.
He did overcut it. Stood up a little bit in that shot.
Yeah, he didn't stay as still as he needed to. It was a little bit of a tricky shot. Distance there.
And Blake makes a point of saying good 8 ball for not going in the hole.
Good 8 ball.
From his perspective.
Yeah. In his head, hopefully.
In his head. Well, he pointed at that 1 ball, or the 8 ball.
Oh, big chance for him to tie it up. This is a big match. This is a trophy match on the left, it should be noted. 4th place does not get one of those nice curved glass plaques.
No.
Oh, and look at this. Jessica comes up dry, and Billy's still alive in this match. If she can get out here and hold serve, it's going to be hill-hill.
We saw that in the last match.
We have seen a lot of hill-hill today.
We have. Been a treat. Who doesn't like hill-hill?
I didn't.
Yeah, besides the players.
In my match. I was just thinking, which hill-hill matches? Oh, yeah, mine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that was... I would rather not been hill-hill in that match, but...
The players don't like hill-hill. We, however, do like the hill-hill.
We love hill-hill. What could be better?
We'll see if... What happened there?
Oh, the cue ball found the pocket somewhere. I didn't see what happened.
I didn't see it at all. I just tried to watch the replay, but I didn't catch it in time.
Did she touch the cue ball?
Or was she low ball and didn't know it?
No way. That... She couldn't have been lowballed because there were 7 stripes on the table before she shot that ball. And there's 7 solids. She must have touched it with her cue.
She must
before she hit it. She must have just tapped it. Too hard to really see on the camera. It didn't matter about the rail because she pocketed the ball.
I'm somewhat confused what happened there.
Double hit it. Yeah, so she just tapped it and then hit it. That's This could be another weird ending to another match.
Jessica scratched on the break. Billy shot out of the kitchen.
Oh, no. No. Not like that, Barb. Never like that.
No.
Well, I guess I did bring this up earlier, these mental errors, and do you feel bad for your opponent for making the mental error, or do you show mercy and maybe a little pity on your opponent for making the mental error and tell them
I
that they
don't
should
know,
put it
man.
in the kitchen?
The first place on the line.
It's a big match, right? I don't know. This is one of the hot topics of pool.
It sure is.
But I do think you can feel bad when your opponent makes a mental error like that. That's part of the game.
Does the 9 pass this 12 ball?
And possibly the reason she made the mental error is because of the pressure.
Yes.
I do believe the 9 passes the 12.
I think it does too.
The only tough ball is the 8 ball.
And you certainly know that.
Look at this. She landed on a dime there.
Jess is going to take this home.
So, but does the 8 ball pass the 3 in the top left? That's the question. It's not shady, Tom.
No.
Definitely, and Dave Harding brings up a good point. Rules are rules, no mercy. You can't feel bad for your opponent making a mental error.
Yeah, you got to stay in it to win it.
You know what? It's
in
part of the
every
game.
Aspect, absolutely.
It's part of the pressure that makes you make those mental errors.
You bet.
That's what pool's all about. Of course, everyone is going to have their own opinion about whether you tell them or not. Obviously, I know you would. I've seen you do it. But
I'm that guy. I'm the guy that would say, hey, you got to shoot out of the kitchen.
But have you played in the women's advanced 8-ball final?
Well, no. in short,
the prize
and
money,
in summary,
the prize money is big. And let me tell you, I've been in a weird situation like that. I won't bring up what it was or when it was because it's a long story. But all those thoughts went through my mind.
Yes.
And I thought,
she finned it.
Do I say something? She was so worried about the 8 ball there.
She was.
The 8 doesn't pass the 3. I don't know what she was going to do with the 8. And I don't think she gave that a good look before she played shape on the last ball.
Yeah. And I'll say it this way. Instead of grace, instead of saying that's an awful way to win, it's a terrible way to lose.
Of course. And it's
because you
definitely not shady at all.
No, you can't blame your opponent. The rules are there. And if I'm not mentally sharp enough to do it and to keep my kind of head in the game, then I deserve to have that happen. No, please don't.
Oh, we lost the camera again? Are you kidding me?
That is the worst possible time. I'm wondering if that cord is starting to pull out.
There must be something going on with that camera.
No. Okay, wait. Oh, that one froze again.
So it's not that cord, because it wouldn't make that camera freeze.
Oh.
Right?
Wayne, I think you're right. It is heat. Oh, no.
I think we have to restart it again.
We have no choice, guys. I'm sorry. We have to shut down restart, guys. I don't want you to miss this. So I'm going to do a quick shutdown restart. I'll get this back as fast as I can. We'll be right back. Don't go away. Oh, I got to go split screen.
Is it a Kodak? Very good. It's a very fitting song that was just on there.
It sure was a very, very fitting song.
Welcome back, everyone.
Welcome back indeed. We apologize, but we are. Oh, we lost the scores. 6-5 for Jess, right?
6-4, I believe.
6-4.
And we need to change the names on the left table.
Yes.
Blake Waldo. And it's 2-2 on the left. And we just lost that camera again. All right, so the play-by-play is Billy ran 5 of the solids and then missed. And sold out, and Jess got shape on the 8, and it's about to be over. And I apologize, everyone. We're not sure what's going on with this camera and the connection in here, but we are going to do everything we can to repair it.
Jess does take it home. Takes it down.
So in between matches, guys, we will do everything we can to repair that camera. Make sure that doesn't happen again.
Indeed.
But congratulations to Jessica.
Took it down.
And congratulations to Billy for a fabulous tournament. She played awesome.
Absolutely.
She made 3 of the best shots I've seen probably in the whole tournament.
I would agree.
And that's accounting the next 3 days of shots that may happen. She still probably has the best 3 shots, not just the shot. Like, I kicked in a ball, and that was child's play compared to the 3 balls she kicked in. Mine were nothing.
Chad, it is over. Jessica did take it down. We came back, and unfortunately, the camera.
And yes, David, Grant did think of that, the PTZ, but it was frozen too. I don't know what's going on with this.
I honestly think it's heat. We've left them on for 3.5 days. So we're going to try to shut them all off tonight.
We'll try it. We'll try it. I don't know how that would affect
There is also
two of 3 cameras. And the PTZ, you could leave that thing on for
supposed to be able to
the rest of time.
Yeah.
And if there's something wrong with that, then we need a refund on our money.
Right?
Because that's not a cheap piece of equipment.
That's an expensive camera. However, we do have this camera going. It is Blake at the table right now.
And so it is indeed the women's open 8-ball final that's going on table 1. You could see her in the background in the blue shirt.
Yes, sorry, this is a race to 5.
Correct. Thank you, Chad.
Chad, we run through HDMI cables, so they're only 25 feet. But that should not affect the camera that way. It was really a really good match. So congratulations again to Jessica, taking it down.
One-of-a-kind billiard supply.
Sorry, guys.
Oh, Grant was quiet again. Forgot to turn his mic back up.
Too many hours.
Technical difficulties today. We're full of them. But he was just saying congratulations to Jessica again.
I was.
And so that's where I threw in one-of-a-kind billiard supply because that's her company's name. Sets up booths at these events. Goes to all the shows, all the tournaments.
I do have women's advanced. I better change that. Marb's not going to like that.
Another technical difficulty.
Open, right?
Open, yeah.
There we are.
And thank you, Keith. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Very kind of you. sometimes it's part of the job. You have to deal with the technical difficulties. As much as we want to make sure we're 100% all the time, sometimes you just can't beat technology.
Edward obviously knows Marv. Very good. We got it fixed now. Blake's got a bit of a tricky shot here.
He does.
I don't know
and
if
you
I
can't
would,
hold this. You got to go back and forth a couple times.
I don't know if I would shoot this 3 right now. Oh, that's why he's trying to play safe.
Very smart.
I think he could have potted the 6 and shaped the 3 and then played 2 rails to get on the 1 ball down here, but it would have been a risky play.
Absolutely.
But of course, me being totally 100% run out every time.
Yeah, you put your pedal to the metal and don't let off.
Maybe too much aggression a lot of the times. That would be my first thought, would have been maybe play the 6 with inside English, get on the 3, and then low right, go 2 rails to get on the 1, missing the 8. Marv's going to tie up these balls and
another smart shot.
Let Blake figure it out. That is a very good shot.
A strategic shot.
Well,
it's now turned into a chess match.
And the nice thing about that is Marv may have put that 1 ball in a spot where he could play the 10 in off the 1 at some point, and that'll break out the 13. I would say he has the slight advantage here.
I would agree.
Also, he has 4 balls and his opponent only has 3.
The more soldiers you have in these scenarios, the better odds you have.
Keith brings up a good point there. Back in the day when hockey was broadcast, it was done by radio waves. Nobody had TV.
There you go.
We appreciate that, Keith.
I think I like going off the side rail and kicking back into the 1. I'll give him that. I think that's a 12 ball. I'll give him the 12 ball. I actually want to give him the 12 ball.
Yeah, he's just worried about giving him the 9 ball. Doesn't want to give him the 9 ball.
No.
I think he might actually try to double kiss this ball in.
Absolutely.
I think
what's going on with the ladies? The ladies are finished on the live stream. It was Jessica that took it down.
This is a shot I've seen you play before, or attempt to play.
What's that?
Do you double kiss it in?
Absolutely.
And if you miss it, you hang it, right?
Absolutely. The only thing you got to watch there is getting hung up behind that 10 ball.
But I think if you double kiss it just like that, I think you would move out of the way, right? Oh, and I'm glad the ref saw this.
Absolutely.
The 13 was moved.
You bet.
But just with his Q-tip.
Yes.
So it's not a foul.
It's not
just
a foul. No.
Marv's option, move it back where it was or leave it where it is.
And I think for the centimeter it moved, Marv's just going to leave it.
You leave it there, yeah.
But now that one is in a very, very precarious position.
That would be the risk with the double kiss.
Absolutely.
Is that if you don't get it close to the pocket,
yeah,
you're in jail now.
Yeah.
And Marv might still have the same option, but the other way, where now maybe the 13 goes off the 1 to break out the ball.
Absolutely.
And looking at the table outside of the screen, that's definitely an option. But we'll see if he tries to maybe roll in this 9 ball first, which is no gimme.
Mm-hmm. What are our thoughts on playing with the center Q extension or butt extension? I would prefer, given the 2 options, the center, the balance right.
Yeah, I think when you see guys like Shane and Earl and Jason Shaw playing with the butt end extension, it's because they're freaks of nature.
Yes.
Those guys are not your average pool player.
No.
That's not recommended for everyone.
No.
And even when you see Steven playing with the middle extension,
Yes.
That's not something you can get used to overnight.
No, it does take some time. And as you change out any piece of equipment, whether it's your tip or your shaft or whatever you change on it, it's going to take an adjustment period for sure. I have tried the center extension, which I prefer, but again, that's acclimated to my game.
I have one
Yes, you do.
for a radial,
Yeah.
a middle one.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
I did not know that.
And I'd be like the last person to ever use it.
And so, where is the said piece of equipment you
It's
speak of?
in my pool case. Or I possibly left it at home because I knew I wouldn't use it here. But
at home really does me no.
I
good,
feel like you should
really.
have it.
I think I should probably have
Yeah,
it too.
maybe. I didn't know you were that kind of guy that you would play with that
Of course
extension.
I would. I'm a taller guy.
Well, and that was my next point.
Yes.
Was that for Mark? If you are on the taller side, these regulation pool cues, I think they're 28 or
Yes.
yeah, they're 28 inches. That was made for someone my height.
Yeah.
And they were made for Filipinos and Asians and shorter people. Scottish people are shorter, which is why I'm short.
Yes.
And
sorry, it's
so
not the cue that is 28. The shaft is 28.
the shaft is 28. But the height of the cue is made for shorter people.
Yes.
So if you're on the taller side, and that's where Shane switched to the extension.
Yeah.
Is because Shane is on the taller side, so he needs a little more reach back. So he went with just the breakout because he got a bit of a funny angle there. I'm not sure I liked going for just the breakout. It was too hard to get a good rub there.
Well, now the question is, can you see the right side of that 10 ball and just shave the 10 ball, make the 1 ball, and hide the cue ball with the 10 ball?
Oh, the full 7
table.
feet roll the ball.
You got to hit it good.
All you have to get lucky is what's going to happen.
Yeah.
There's no way it's going to roll straight the whole 7 feet.
Yeah.
You could aim at the edge of the ball and be good enough to roll to the edge.
Yes.
It's not going to go straight. You need to get a little lucky too, right?
Yes.
Even if it just rolls off less than 2 or 3 millimeters.
Yeah. You're in the wrong spot.
You're already going to hit it
locker.
too thick, or you're not going to hit it at all.
Yeah. And he is in the hurt locker here.
There we go, David. 58 inches is the full cue.
29.
29 is the shaft. Yeah.
Depending.
You can get some custom-made ones, of course, and I think Ryan has one, a longer shaft.
Yeah.
That was custom-made to be 30 or 31, 32.
Well, Mark, if it helps you, I am 6 foot tall, and I prefer the middle extension.
And you say you've never seen pros play with butt extension. Shane Van Boning has been playing with it for a long time now. He's one of the
center extension.
Oh, there we go.
Yes.
Center. Okay. Well,
they are, like Ben said earlier, they are kind of freaks of nature when you see the top guys playing.
Even like a Stephen Holem.
Absolutely.
But you could go back in some archives.
Stephen Holem uses the center extension.
He has for a long time. I know he phased it out because he doesn't have the right one to fit the Revo.
Yes.
Or the Jacoby Black, so he needs to find a different one.
Yep.
But let me tell you, he played some of the best pool I've ever seen played in
was
Alberta
insane.
with that center extension.
Yeah.
There's definitely something to it.
There is.
It's not just that he's really good. That also made a difference.
Yeah. Well, it's.
Look at this. Look at this shot.
Oh, my
look at this
God.
Shot.
Look at that
Don't
shot.
do it to him. Don't do it.
No way.
Oh, and I think it drifted just enough to.
Oh,
I didn't think he could get the cue
God.
ball out of the way of that. Oh, and it did just come back in a little because it went into the rail.
Oh, what a shot that was.
Oh, that was one of the shots of the day.
Full
Taken away.
table cross bank.
Taken away by the pool gods. They said, nobody's that good. Come back to earth, sir.
Wow. I think he got robbed. And for me, that's probably now close to the shot of the tournament for me. To do that full table with the distance he had.
Just to miss. How does the cue ball miss
Right?
that ball?
Without the double kiss.
On the way back.
Yeah.
Nearly
or the double
impossible.
Hit, I should say.
Nearly impossible. And didn't move the one either.
Yeah.
He had to hit that ball very thin to bank it.
Perfect.
It was a really good shot.
He absolutely deserved better than that.
Got really unfortunate to be hooked there. Well, he wasn't hooked as much as he was far away when he tried to break it out.
Yeah.
That was the start of the problem. But
yeah. He absolutely got robbed there. But as we said earlier, you got to be lucky to finish these games out.
Yeah, the balls need to roll your way, and they also need to not roll your opponent's way.
Yes.
Which was one for Blake there.
Yeah.
Where they did not roll his opponent's way.
And for those that are just tuning in, guys, we have our giveaway that is going to happen tonight. It is for a JB case, $20 per advantage pack. If you want in that draw and you're in Canada, qsportslive@gmail.com is how you would email transfer that. If you're outside of Canada and you do want in on this JB case, send a message to the Q Sports Live page. I'll get back to you with exactly how that can happen. That case in particular is a 3x6. And of course, with the quality that you always expect and get from JB cases, it does come with a lifetime warranty.
Looks like Marv is taking a quick washroom break here.
So it was Jessica, Corey.
We will throw up a few more of our advertisers and sponsors here. The thumper jump break cue you may have seen me playing with earlier today. Bring the thunder with the thumper. And of course, Jacoby Custom Cues, guys. Check out their website, jacobicustomcues.com. They have all their People's Choice Cue of the Year winners that you can check out on the website there. Also, if you are looking into purchasing a Jacoby black carbon fiber shaft, you can get in contact with us at Q Sports Live and we can order one of those for you. And if you are interested in advertising with Q Sports Live, you can put yourself into the spotlight with brand recognition, consistent advertising, be a part of building the great game, and seen by thousands of viewers per stream. Email or message us through Facebook or at qsportslive@gmail.com.
We actually have some space open for VNEA. I don't know if you said that or not.
I did not.
I just kind of tuned in. Sean, these are set in place, these cameras. And unfortunately, our PTZ cameras on the fritz.
Yeah, otherwise we would pan up and show you around the room a little bit too, but we'll have to maybe unplug some stuff and plug it back in and see what we can do in between matches.
Absolutely. Ben just put up our limited edition Jam Up Q Sports Live shirt that is available, $55 USD. It is available up until the final broadcast of VNEA. If you want to get one, they are on the Jam Up Apparel website, jamupapparel.com, underneath the CSL tab. How is the Jacoby carbon fiber? Phenomenal.
Jeff, if you are looking at buying a thumper, message us at the Q Sports Live page, and we can order one for you. We actually have the capability of running across the room and smacking Richard around a little bit if he's not answering his phone. So
Well, it's even better than that.
He's a busy guy.
We do get a little bit better of a deal through Q Sports Live. It's actually a better deal than if you were to order direct from Richard.
And there you go. There's a player rep. Kelly Ellis in the house. Welcome, Kelly. They got mini tournaments running like you would not believe back here.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
Well, and I think the room is starting to fill up. The start of the team event starts tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.
It's the calm before the storm. There will be a few thousand players in here over the next couple days.
Absolutely. It's going to get loud.
It will be very loud in here the next few days, guys. Team event is always crazy.
Yes. Will we be streaming the Super Seniors Finals later? I think the last streamed event for tonight comes on at 8 o'clock.
I believe they'll be streaming. The winner of this match will play pretty much right away. I think they're already behind. And
absolutely, Andrew.
And the
phenomenal designs.
The final of this will be streamed as well. So the next match was scheduled for 6:30. They're now half an hour behind right now. And then the final is scheduled for 8 o'clock on this table that we're watching in the men's open 8-ball singles. So last match will be starting around, I'm going to say 9 o'clock now, because this is half an hour behind now. I would think it'll be at least an hour behind by the end of the night.
Yeah, and like I say, Jeff, they are busy guys, but we do get a little bit of a special deal on those. So if you do want one, just message us on the Q Sports Live Facebook page, and I'll get back to you. I'll let you know exactly how we can make that happen for you.
Yeah, Mike Lee waiting for the final. He won the A side. He also won the 9-ball.
Where is Halem? Halem will be here for the VNEA. This is the ACS National Championships, live from the Tropicana Hotel, Las Vegas, Nevada. I will be right back here, guys.
Right where. Yeah, indeed, Stephen Holem will be here on the 22nd or 21st, I believe. A day or two before the VNEA starts. And that is correct, Jason. Mike Lee won the A side in this division. So the winner of this match will play Christopher McCreary in the B-side match. B-side final, the third place match. The winner of that will play Mike Lee. Jeff, if you had messaged us at Q Sports Live, we can help you out, bud. I can walk right across the room and talk to Richard. I can even get him over here to read your comments. We can make it work for you, bud. Don't worry. Shoot us a message, Q Sports Live. The girls on the other table, on one of the back tables, we are only streaming tables 7 and 8. But when this match is done, we will try unplugging and fixing our PTZ camera, in which case we may be able to remotely pan, tilt, and zoom around the room to give you guys some more coverage on some other matches that aren't on the feature tables. Jessica won, Jeff. Jessica came through, so she's the champion of the 8 and 9 ball. Blake is looking like this 5 ball will go in. It's got to be a little bit tight. Might need a little bit of throw. No, he puts it in easy. Well, he is a little off angle on the 7 now. Let's see if he draws into the 15 for a stopper. He can do that, or he can shoot the 4 first. I think I like shooting the 4 first. Just get straight on the 7 and then draw back. 8 will go on the top left. You could just play to the left side of the 15, take a little bit of angle on the 4. But I like shooting the 4 first here. Good one, David. And Sean, we don't have much say in what matches they put on the stream here. But I will tell you that Gary Benson, the gentleman who runs these events, runs the CompuSport at these events, he is a wizard at it. And he's been giving us lots of great matches. We'll have the final of most, if not all, of the divisions on here. And Sean was talking about the open women's. We watched the advanced women's. That was won by Jessica. Michelle wants to know, what about table 1? No, we have our cameras set up on table 7 and 8. We do also have the capability of the PTZ camera, which will get fixed up right away in between matches here. So we can show you guys the entire room as well. So you'll just have to hang out and watch Blake and Marv for now. Jason Ted is down here. And I think my volume's good now, David. So Blake is going to break for this match to get himself into the B-side final. This is a trophy match, guys. the winner of this is guaranteed 3rd place, which is a trophy. 4th place just gets the $900 cash, which isn't too bad either. There's David Wilson with the CompuSport link, so you can follow all your favorite players. It will show what table they are playing on as well. We are streaming tables 7 and 8. Blake put the cue ball straight in the side. Big chance for Marv here to stay alive in this match. But very tricky little out here being Marv. You have to shoot the stripes because of where the 9 ball is. And if I'm him, I'm thinking shoot this 12 right now, try to slip around behind the 10 ball, 2 rails, break out the 14. And I believe this is the correct position to put the cue ball in to achieve that. Lots of low right spin here. Need a little pace on this ball too. While he rubbed into the 10. But I think this 10-14 combination may still go. He may have gotten away with that. Let's see if he shoots it right now. This isn't a bad angle to shoot it right now. That's what he called. Another tough ball in this out may be the 11. It's not in an ideal position here, so he might be able to shape that up right now. Shoot the 10-14 combination with a stop shot. May lead him to the 11. Thanks, David. I like the speed that he played that combo, but I don't know if he got that 10 ball out enough. Looking at the table outside of the screen, I think it is just far enough out, and he is shaped on the 11. Michelle says super singles should be on streaming. Is that what CompuSport says, Michelle? Are we going to the party or are we going to bed early and be responsible? James?
I think that depends on who you ask.
We're going to stay here and stream pool all night. I don't know what your plan is. But last matches aren't scheduled until, even in this bracket, won't be till 9. Won't start till 9.
Yeah.
Which means we won't be done till 11.
Yeah, which is totally fine by me.
The pool party will be long over by 11.
I think it'll still be going on, but I'm not going there to check it out.
No, even the
this guy's going to bed.
Even the VNEA one, they shut that off early. They don't want everyone hanging around the pool till all hours of the night. Because when people drink a little too much around the pool, they want to jump in the pool.
This is very true.
And they don't want people drowning in the dark.
That'd be a really bad way to go out. Alrighty, so we do have Marv Joe at the table. Ball being the issue.
And originally, I think they had last matches scheduled for 6, but some of these brackets ran behind.
They did.
And now they don't have the final of this bracket until 8. But I don't think it'll start at 8 because it's 7:15, and they still need to play the B-side final. Looks like we have a finish on table 1.
Really good sportsmanship there. I love
Fun to watch.
That.
The crowd was super into it, too.
Yeah, no doubt.
You know what's even nicer to see is that first place and second place are getting high fives from the entire crowd.
Absolutely. After a nice hug. for each other.
There's not only a congratulations for winning, but there's a congratulations for getting second place as well.
Yeah, you bet. How well does he hit that? Oh, come on, Marv. Tell me you got there, buddy.
I think he's there. I think he's just there. It may require a little bit of right spin because the 3 is a little close, but
yeah.
This might be the way you play that ball anyway. With
Absolutely.
a little right spin, kind of helps throw it in. You can hit a little thicker, slow down the cue ball.
Yeah.
There you go. Chop wood and watch pool. Nice. Good shot there.
Very well done.
Good shot, this 8-ball to stay alive in the match.
Very well done.
Marv, Joe, still alive.
Has to fade a break here. Or is it his break? It is his break.
I believe it's his break, yeah. Sure Shot Billiards Cue site, guys. If you haven't checked this out already, go to their website, sureshotbilliardsite.com. Really nice little invention this one is.
Pure genius as far as K.L. is concerned. And myself, I also think this is a genius little device.
And G.Z.
A G.Z.
Or Z.
Z. Oh, the Z dot's good.
Z. Right?
Z dot's good.
Let's see. It looks like he's eyeing up a second ball break here. He did. He hasn't made a ball, though. He needed one there.
He did. Well, he'll have to wait for his opportunity if he does get one.
Well, this is a tough little shot.
This is absolutely tough little out here. There is nothing easy about this.
Yeah, Marv always does that. It's not a nerve thing. It's just the way he plays. There's a lot of Filipinos that jump like that when they shoot too, so that's not.
We've seen the GOAT do that.
Some of the best players of all time, absolutely.
Wow, Boosty is one.
Boosty jumps. Boosty's got the motorboat stroke.
He sure does. Alex Pagulayan at times jumps. Roberto Gomez.
They all jump.
Yeah.
I'll jump if I need the right juice. Sometimes there's jump juice, right? Like you have to like twist your wrist, drop your elbow, lift your head, cross your eyes, stand on one foot.
Very good.
Right? Sometimes that's required for the juice, right?
Absolutely. I love
Tell
it.
me you haven't done that.
Of course I've done
Twist
that.
your wrist and do everything wrong to get the right juice.
Have you seen my stroke? I twist my wrist at the best of times.
Yeah, but sometimes you need to. There's a certain stroke that requires a twist in order to get the proper juice.
Yeah, Kenneth, that is called the sure shot.
Cross
Thanks,
your toes.
We absolutely appreciate it for sure. Cross your toes, cross your eyes, pucker your lips, twist your wrist, bob your head, stand up in the shot, and put it in the hole.
And John Burns, the winner of this play, is Christopher McCreary.
Still talking about, yes, John. We are still talking about pool.
Cross your toes, yes.
Oh, you forgot to throw your hips in there sometimes.
Oh, yeah, your hips are in there. You jump, you do all kinds of things.
Absolutely.
I could have gone on and on.
Yeah. I think that was one of those cases that it could have just gone on and on and on and on and still been funny.
Oh, absolutely. So I think what Blake did there was put it on Marv. See if Marv wants to try to run out.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I don't blame him.
I think Marv plays a little bit like you.
Marv likes to try to find a way out.
If there is a way to get the job done, he's going to find a way to get the job done.
That's what I love about his game. And I think at the highest level, you need to find a way to play like that.
Absolutely. Well, after your kick shot in to win that match, I was going to come and tell you that we need to change your name from Ben Franchise Francis to Ben the Showman Francis.
Well, that wasn't that good of a kick.
No, but I mean,
Showman would have jumped that in with draw or something.
no.
Or the Massé might have been the Showman
was
shot.
that was not an easy shot. Only because of where I think it was the 5 ball.
There was a ball in my way. It was the
There
5,
was,
yeah. Could have easily been a factor, and then I would have been kicking the 8 too.
Yes. In which case would have made the Showman even more fitting.
Then it would have been the Showman, yeah. Close your eyes, Jason. That's my favorite one.
Yep. Close your eyes and shoot.
Just close your eyes and hope.
Hitting the hope. Sometimes that's all you got.
Here we go. He's made up his mind.
He gets there on the 4.
Or possibly the 3 to break out the 1. Does the 3 pass the 8? I think it does.
Oh, that's some risk.
I think this is the shot, though, if this works. If the angle is correct and the 3 goes,
yes,
that's the right shot.
I agree. Only thing is, what do you have after that? You almost have to get lucky to push through that.
You might
and get down onto the 7
Yeah,
ball.
you might have to hit the right side of the 1 half ball and get on the 7.
Right? Not that the 4 gives you very many options.
I'm not sure what he's eyeing up here, though. Yeah, and that's what I'm thinking, is shooting the 4 now doesn't really do you any good.
Yeah.
You're going to end up in the same spot.
Oh, he's going to back cut the 2 ball.
You could go off the 14 here, maybe use the 14 to break the 1. Right, he's just playing below it. He's going to worry about the 1 later.
Sorry, Kenneth. That was the Sure Shot Billiards site. So that is their website as well. SureShotBilliardsSite.com.
And it's not a cue ball. It's a little genius device that fits on your shaft. It's more of an aiming device.
Yeah, fits on the ferrule. So the down and dirty of it is this: if you're an incoming player, it will show you where your eye needs to be aiming in order to cut the ball to the left or the right. And once you kind of have that down and you don't need it for that anymore, it will show you in real time how your stroke is doing. So if I was to put that on the end of my cue, that thing's going to wobble from the left to the right. And the genius part of it is in your stroke, when you're doing that, it shows you in real time, real feel what you're doing with your stroke and what it feels like to correct that. So some of the other devices, you kind of have to go back and look at a screen. Well, by that time, the stroke is over. So it takes a little bit longer to train your muscle memory, whereas this is on the ferrule of your cue and shows you in real time, real feel. That's why I think it's the genius type of device that it is.
So you know what I just noticed here, looking at the table, is that the 1 passes into the top right.
Does it really?
It does.
It splits the window between 11-10?
It does. So he might shoot this 4 to get shape on the 3 to get shape on the 1, short side.
Yeah. Kenneth, if it keeps falling off, what you want to do with that is boil water and put that device in the boiling water. Let it sit there for a minute or 2. Pull it out, and then you squeeze those 2 tips together, and that will tighten it up.
Well, and I think it's more factory made for like a 12.5 kind of shaft.
It is.
But there's so many tapered sizes that they knew that.
Yes.
And so they said, just boil it, and
Yep.
it'll flex. So
Absolutely.
some people have a
just
shaft
pinch it
that's
down.
too big.
Yep.
So you need to stretch it, right?
Yes.
But there's so many different sizes of shaft.
Yeah.
That it would have been hard to make a one-size-fits-all sort of
and
deal, right?
On their website tells you exactly the dimensions it's capable of handling. But that is the trick to it, is you have to put it in the boiling water and pull it down or pinch it.
Marv's in big trouble here.
Yeah, he's in jail time.
And he knows it, too. You could tell by his reaction. He knows this is probably it.
Yeah. Well, and I mean, really, what can you do? A 2 rail kick, 3 in the side.
Really nothing from here, because even when you make that shot, what do you do with the one after?
Play it
He
off
knows
the
he's
11
in,
into the right.
yeah, he knows
Like,
he's in big trouble.
Yeah, you
right?
need to bring 3 TV shots here.
I've been in this situation lots where I know it's pretty much over, but I have to try to find a shot anyway,
Yeah,
and you're just sick to your stomach, and
Yeah.
you don't want to be there.
Yeah.
Just want to crawl under the table.
Yeah. Throw your hips into it.
Yeah, exactly. I think we've all been there.
We have. Happens to the best of us.
I don't know what he's going to do here. I don't see any kind of shot.
He's in tough. I think it's one of a kind
Billiard supply.
billiard supply, yeah.
One of a kind billiard supply. They're at all these events, guys. Check them out for sure. You might as well tell them Q Sports Live sent you too.
Yes, Sean, the match is over.
Jason says, somebody get Gary a Tim Hortons. I got bad news for you, Jason.
If there is...
There's no Tim Hortons.
And let me tell you, if somebody walked in this room with a Tim Hortons, they wouldn't make it 10 feet past me.
They're getting tackled.
You're getting rushed for your coffee.
Oh, Marv's still taking a look. This one definitely requires a little time to figure out.
It really does.
This is a really tough spot. I think he's figured out maybe to kick this one towards the side.
Yeah, he's just going to thin it.
Well, and you know what? I really don't blame him
close.
for that.
Yeah.
Because you got to get it in the open.
Yeah.
You really have to hope your opponent makes a mistake here, right?
That's it. That's all you can hope for.
He played the right shot there. There was no good kicking at the 3 and leaving the 1 tied up. That was never going to work. Blake's too good of a player for that.
Absolutely correct, James. I think you may need to message my wife and tell her such things.
And not for the Westerns, but
yeah,
that's a long time away.
VNEA.
Or VNEA, which Grant keeps calling the Westerns.
I so do. I keep wanting to say the WCVNEA, but it's not. It's just VNEA.
Well, you know what's funny about that is we win so much down there that it technically is the Western Canadian VNEA.
It very well could be, for sure.
Oh, check this out. Look
What?
who we got coming on table 7.
Georgios.
We got Georgios in the house. All the Calgary fans out there. He's going to play the B-side final coming up.
Love it.
Oh, yeah. We love that as much as anyone.
Absolutely. Good old Calgary boy.
Let me check out his opponent here, and we'll get that all set up as well. I would imagine they're scheduled for 8.
Absolutely.
Georgios is a guy that shows up half an hour early to hit balls.
Why not 2-bank the 3 in the side? I can see why he didn't go after that. If you hit that even a little wrong and punch the 8 in, you don't give your opponent the chance to mess up.
He's playing Gerald Hill from Charlottetown, PEI.
Very nice.
Good times. That's scheduled actually for 6:30. So they're an hour behind in that bracket as well.
There we go, guys. We thought we were going to have an early night.
The winner of that will play Brandon Robinson in the final. Pretty juicy payout in that division as well. 2,000 for first, 1,500 for second. Georgios is guaranteed 1,100 plus a trophy. Not bad. Not bad for a couple days' work doing what you love. Georgios is playing in the standard. He snuck in there. He's unranked. He was unranked. It's the way these tournaments work. If you're not a world beater and you're unranked, you get to play in the lowest division. Good answer, Bo. Why not two banks? Two bank, three in the side. Bo says because he wants to win.
Yeah. You kind of want to let your opponent have the chance to mess up.
Well, and like
if you tried the 2-rail kick 3 in the side, you're flirting with putting the 8 in.
And it was such a low percentage shot.
Yeah.
And you add in the low percentage of that shot to the low percentage of the next shot, even if you make that shot.
Yeah.
You're at like 0.0001% to make both those balls.
Well, they're both TV shots.
And making one doesn't do you any good.
No.
If you're going to make one, you got to make them both, right?
And then you got to shape the 8 on top of that.
Well, at that point,
it doesn't matter
you're thinking, I'll just kick the 8 in. Who
yeah,
cares, right?
Never thought these words would come out of out of this BC girl's mouth, but go Calgary. That a girl, Linda.
Nice.
We love it. We knew we'd convert you.
Well, Georgios just moved to Vancouver, to the island.
Oh.
So that's where Linda is now a fan of Georgios. Which, how could you not be a fan?
The sad
He's
part
a great
about
guy.
this, we need to get our cameras back up and going.
Well, as soon as this match is done, and I believe Blake will get out here, just needs to shape the 15 to get on the 9, and the match is over, and we'll do everything we can to get that other camera working. Uh-oh.
You just cursed the living you-know-what's out
Look
of
at this
Blake.
cue ball, though. Look at this cue ball.
You just cursed the living
Yeah, I
daylights out of
did,
Blake.
yeah. Well, I thought for sure he
you
was
took
out.
over the strength of my commentary curse.
That's my only commentary curse of the day. One and done.
Oh, I don't know about that. You're sitting next to you. I'm just going to rub off on you. That's what that is.
Newly, the foul in the women's final was Billy shot a ball in hand off the break, not in the kitchen. In these rules, ball in hand on the break is behind the line.
Yes, James, we're well aware that you think there is no such thing. You tell us every time. But if ever there was a prime example of commentary's curse, that was it.
Yeah. I don't believe in that. I'm going to use a rarely used term here, hooey. Don't believe in that hooey. That's hooey. Fooey hooey.
In the commentary's curse, you don't believe in it?
That's superstitious stuff.
It is superstitious.
Oh, he hit it break speed.
Oh, yeah.
He needed to. He needed to get over short side on that one. He got there. He did get there, folks. How far in is Blake? This is the fourth place match.
Feel free to intentionally curse you. Done. Ask and ye shall receive.
Well, if we ever have James on the stream, which I'm sure is inevitable with how much we travel.
Yes.
And him only being from Edmonton, I believe. We're going to curse every shot just to see if it works.
Absolutely.
Blake's shooting this 15 first. I'm surprised he wouldn't shoot the 9 first here.
Yeah, I thought for sure he's playing the 9 ball.
He's trying to get straight on this side shot to get on the 9 next. This is perfect.
Yeah. This
is a really good shot.
This is Oatsville. This here is like shooting fish in a barrel.
And it looks like Georgios and Gerald are getting ready to start right now before we have time to fix the camera. So we may just miss a game.
We're going to have to unplug that camera at some point. We got to do it.
Well, the nice thing is we know both those guys.
Yes.
And they like us.
Yes, and Steph's
So
curse involves an F word for sure.
When we go over there and try to fix the camera, these guys won't be distracted because they know us well.
We have to fix that camera.
This match is almost done.
Marv stands up and says, hey, that's good. So there's your finisher, guys. Blake is the winner. So we're going to do a quick shutdown, restart. I'm not going to go through my normal sign-off here, guys. We're going to try and get this camera fixed before the next match starts up here. So we will be right back here as soon as we can get it done. Bear with us, guys. We'll be right back.